very cool. Well, thank you so much for giving a great job. Thank you.
Thanks.
Do you have any more questions? No? Okay.
So I'd like to invite the next presenter to the stage from Mplayit, the CEO, Michael Powers. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for
Do you have a demo as well?
I'm filling in actually, so
Okay.
I actually don't have any slides or anything prepared, but I'm happy to have a conversation. I can talk a little bit about what we're about.
First of all, we need to put on the mic.
Yeah.
Where the mic is.
How about that? The
Sorry.
proverbial, can you hear me now? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, good.
So what is Mplayit?
Yeah, we are Mplayit. So I'm the founder and CEO. I come from an application developer, independent application developer for mobile background. I put together Mplayit as a way of application developers getting discovered. So what are we? We are social discovery for mobile applications. What's the biggest problem facing everyone here today, right? It's getting noticed, right? The gold rush is over. The people like Doodle Jump and those guys, they made their millions. Now how do we cash in, right? So you're going to have to get noticed. There's literally over 100,000 applications out there. And you need to maximize your chances of getting out there. And the way we think you're going to do that is through social discovery. And that's the tool set we put together.
How do you help app developers? First of all, the app developers are paying to get into your directory. You have a directory that goes into Facebook and goes on my iPhone so I can find different kinds of apps. Tell me a little bit about how you help these developers get seen in the various social spaces.
Yeah, so there's two faces of what we are, right? So for consumers, we're like, most consumers think of us as the App Store on Facebook. So we're the most popular application discovery tool on Facebook currently today. It looks like on Facebook, do we have that open here? Maybe we don't. Seth, was that on Firefox or Safari? Oh, there we go. So it looks like this, but it's not just there. We like to think of ourselves as not Facebook discovery technology, but web discovery technology. And why is that important? So like here, are you guys seeing that? Is it upside down?
Yep.
There you go. Okay, great.
So what are we seeing here?
Yeah, I was looking at VoiceNot earlier. So it's web discovery technology. Why is that important, right? So fundamentally, when you're marketing something, you have a call to action. That call to action is a URL. Okay, so that URL has to go somewhere. A lot of you guys are sending traffic to the App Store directly. Well, you get no analytics, you get no feedback as to what happens there. So you need to send your links somewhere that matters. So ideally it's your own homepage, your own product pages. Ideally you have a suite of products that you drive traffic to, and you analyze the heck out of them, right? We have this solution that has all of your applications in it already. Okay, so you can market this stuff and send traffic to your page on our site. And our site's on Facebook, on the web, on the mobile web. And what we give you is analytics. We let you know what's happening there. We let you embed videos, screenshots, text. We let you optimize your landing page, so to speak, to optimize for conversion. And that's what you have to do. So we give you some feedback, some visibility into that process in a way that's easy for you guys to manage. And not least is that we are embedded in these social fabrics, right? And so to the extent that your application has social legs, we help you find them. And we help your application kind of grow that way. Because that's the way you're going to get noticed and get to the top 200, top 100 lists to really get traction. You got to maximize everything that you have going for you.
What are some mistakes you see developers making when they first start out building apps for the app world? Obviously, the good guys like Tapulous, they have it down. But there's for every one winner, you're seeing 90,000 other people building apps. What are some of the mistakes you're seeing?
Okay, so mea culpa. I'm from that background. Okay, so the number one mistake is that it's on the App Store. I'm done. Right? I mean, that's just, being on the App Store is not a marketing strategy, okay? People need to get serious about marketing, and that's not something that, as developers, we're comfortable with. We're not comfortable, talking about how great we are, not comfortable, spinning, the product into something that's highly compelling. You just have to get out there, and not least, you have to work in a social sense. You have to get out there and talk to people, talk to reporters, do some PR, work the blogosphere, get reviewers to want to get your application. None of this we're good at. So you need to get out there and you need to get serious about it. So number one, I would say to developers, independent developers, get serious, work on it, get better at it.
Yeah. What are you seeing on the other side? What are some things that people are doing in your app that really are working? What are some techniques? Is there color schemes that work? Is there wording that works? What gets people to actually click on that app and download the app?
Well, okay, so we collect lots of statistics. So we get lots of users, lots of people looking at things. We see lots of trends, and for me, this is completely fascinating. So I'm constantly like, you're running the numbers, you're making my own queries to figure out what's happening in real time. The number one thing that increases conversion on a landing page is actually video, and I think sitting there, you see why. These videos have been tremendous, and they create a sense of narrative, a little bit of sense of drama, a little bit of emotion, and they get people clicking. So what we find is, on average, on a landing page, an average user, and our users are more average than most, right? So we're on Facebook, so we're getting the so-called casual user demographic. People who are not real interested in spending a lot of time on anything, they're not, they're just passing through. So when they come to our page, if they see a video, they click it. So over 50% of people landing on our site, where there is a video, they will click to play, and that click to play doubles the conversion rate just across the board. And in some cases, it's more than double. It's insane. So that's the number one thing you can do.
That's good for a video guy like me.
Absolutely.
I'd love to take some questions from the audience in this segment, maybe even to wrap up some of the other things we've seen here. How important is staying up to date on the trends or on the fads? Or, for 3 months it seemed like iFart apps were hot, and then they were not hot. Right now location-based services are white hot. At Foursquare and Gowalla, if you had an app that competed with them, it seemed like you could get in and get a lot of downloads right now. How important is it to be, in the trends?
Fashionable, I guess. So it's absolutely important. But there's a couple of different threads there. So why are things important in the iPhone, iPod world? They're important because they're on the top 100 list, and what's the best way to get on there? Well, you get featured by Apple. Okay, so what Apple thinks is important is what typically becomes fashionable. So I think that it's the tail wagging the dog, it's the cart dragging the horse. What we provide is a bit more, I like to think of it as democratizing content discovery. So we're like crowdsourcing. So when we see things bubble up, it's actually things that matter. Like, for example, a few months ago, like Tiger Woods apps were really popular, and just different cross-cutting currents. And so it's important to stay relevant. So to the extent that applications are little bite-sized bits of digital entertainment, you want to be something that people will buy on a whim. So if they think the Tiger Woods situation is interesting, they might buy Tiger Woods golf. If if whatever is happening right now is captivating, and you can make a $1 application that capitalizes on it, that's really useful. Think of us as a tool for just seeing what's surging right now in terms of popular culture.
Yeah.
We're out of time.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you. Where do I learn more about Mplayit?
Mplayit.com takes you to where you want to go. So
cool.
Either on mobile or on the web. So thank you.
Thank you very much.